So I'm quite obsessed with the way that you are communicating with a person. Very calmly, very cool off way. So what are the secrets that you want to share with the public that how a person they can also become like you?
I have observed in people like when person is speaking first, he's fluent. No, it's just a misconception. I feel
If you had to teach spoken English without explaining anything, what would you do?
when it was just first year of learning English, like in 2022 when I started YouTube learning English and
Mm.
watching web series. I used to watch for 2-3 hours in a day. Okay,
Oh,
so I
wow.
used to dream in English, and while dreaming, I used to speak in English.
So, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ashim. I'm really, really excited for the session.
I was also excited for this conversation. By the way, it's a morning time and it's quite pretty much cold, I would say. So,
Hmm.
waking up at early morning, it's quite difficult for me. But yeah, I have to wake up because this is the routine. Otherwise, I'm not able to, follow up my whole day's
True.
routine very perfectly. That is a problem.
100%. Yeah, this happens with me too. That is why I'm an early riser, and I now I'm habitual of waking up early. Like I cannot sleep after 6:30. It's like I feel uncomfortable if I don't get up. So I have to get up, and it's quite great. I feel that my mind is like that now. So because I love reading in the morning.
Hmm.
The first thing I do is
Wow.
reading in the morning.
I think this is the
And
perfect time.
really, really, really grateful that now I started reading fiction, the novel.
Wow.
I started on 31st in the evening, but it is amazing. Like it's able to grab my attention. I'm hooked to it. And it's written by Prajakta Koli, that good, too good to be true. And it's amazing one. Maybe I'm reading the
Wow.
first novel. That is why I'm feeling that, but it's amazing. I liked it.
So I also have been thinking that for this year, for 2026, I'm gonna add this reading part. This is really very much important. And as you mentioned that you love to read in the morning, so I think this is the perfect time to read some books. This is the perfect time in all the weather surrounding is quite silent, and you will
Mhm.
get the particular environment to read that very concentrately, very positively.
But you
So
know, one
what
thing,
time?
earlier it was quite different. I think from time to time we change, our preferences changes. Earlier I used to read before
Yeah.
going to bed. Now before going to bed,
Oh.
I'm not able to pay attention or read something. I just scroll for some time and then I go to bed. Yeah. So in the morning now enjoy.
Yeah.
Earlier in the morning I used to feel sleepy if I start reading. I'll sleep again if I
Oh.
read. But now I don't feel that. It's amazing change, I would say.
Absolutely, this is amazing change, I would say. So, what temperature in your city right now?
It's 12.
It's 12 degree, right? Oh,
Yeah.
in my city, if I talk about, it's kind of 5 to 6. It's quite
Mm.
cold here. Yeah,
Quite cold here.
yeah. Okay, so this is January 2nd. So, how did you celebrate your New Year?
Actually, my day one of the entire year always is lazy day, I would say. Always. To be honest, I didn't take bath yesterday. I was like, it
Oh,
was cloudy. Day before yesterday it was raining. So tomorrow we didn't see the
oh.
sunlight. So I thought not to take bath, and it's not a great thing to do today. I was lying in the blanket throughout the day and I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't record
Oh.
anything. The New Year resolution video I recorded day before yesterday
Mhm.
only. So every year it happens with me. Every year on 1st January I don't do anything. It's like okay, let me just relax, and and every time the entire year is amazing for me. I feel like since I am very much aware. Before that everything was random in my life, but since I am aware, I just don't plan anything on day one. But from day two, everything is like on track automatically. So this is how I started today. Yeah.
Wow, that's really sounds great. Still I just like this is the vision board, paper that I'm gonna add. Still I'm struggling. It's
Oh,
when I will do it. It's
okay.
already, January 2nd. Still I didn't set this vision board. All the things, all the stuffs is like in my hand, but still
I'm
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 figuring
also
out when I will
thinking
do
of
it.
making a vision board, but I haven't yet tried in my life so far. I
Please,
just
ma'am,
decide things
try
like
it.
three things I have decided that I'm going to do this year, but I don't make vision boards. I have
Vision
clarity
board
like,
is just like really
hmm,
so much powerful. Just like,
I'll try this year.
when I started that thing, I was like, how I will do this? I,
Hmm.
hadn't even a single idea that what are the processes, what kind of process that I follow to achieve this amount of that.
Hmm.
But how exactly that attracted and I achieved, then I realized, oh, when I just like look back, this was not even
Hmm.
the thing that, yeah, this is really magical, whatever. It's like
Yes, yes.
2025 vision board. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I would highly recommend to you, please, ma'am, make
It's
this one
really miraculous, I feel, because I
miraculous. Yeah.
have heard from many people that they manifested whatever they mentioned in their vision board. In the morning itself, before the session, I was watching someone's Rini Rose Matthew video. She talked about, I think, 2019 or 21. She created that vision board, becoming an
Oh.
author and a lot of things related
Hmm.
to health and all. And many of those things she manifested. And she was like, I was not sure that I would be an author and I would be writing a lot of books, like except one. I thought that I would write one, but I didn't know. But later on, she became an author. So it's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, the realizations after achieving that thing, oh goodness, how I achieved this one. Still I'm configuring
Mm.
out. That is the
Yeah,
magical thing.
true.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, let's get let's commence our session with some different kind of questions. So I think this is gonna be a very different kind of sessions or conversation, I would say.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you some questions. It's kind of a rapid fire session, you can say. So yeah, some weird, some odd question, I think. So okay,
Okay.
let's get started. I just wrote down here some questions for
Okay.
you.
I'm
So
curious,
yeah,
but let's see how it goes.
yeah, yeah.
And if I don't want to answer any question, can I skip that? Like pass that?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can
Okay.
skip that part. Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, let's get started this session. So the first question, ma'am, for you: is it better to sound confident with mistakes or correct but hesitant when speaking English?
It's tricky. Hesitation is it should not be there, but speaking confidently in correct
Hmm,
English can help you later, because when you are confident already, it becomes way more easier for you to correct your
hmm,
mistakes. But when you are
hmm,
not confident but speaking very good English, is gonna take a lot of time, courage to come out of that, you know, uncomfortable zone or becoming confident. Because I
hmm.
have seen people who are outspoken and quite extrovert, they make a lot of mistakes, and in the journey itself, they learn later. So I think first one would be better. Better.
Absolutely, I would say. And the combination of, confident and correct, that this is the combination, it's the perfect, like everybody dreamed of for that.
Yeah.
But I think to achieving this amount or this milestone, we have to face a lot of challenges, adversaries. So this is very
Hmm.
natural. But yeah, if I talk about my opinion, I also go with this, like the first one, sound
Hmm.
with confident with some mistakes. Okay.
Because over time in
So
journey, you would definitely learn that.
yes,
So first,
that's true.
once you have the confidence, because you must have also seen a lot of people that who are very good at English, very good at
Hmm,
speaking, but they don't have the confidence, and that is why they are
that's
lacking in
true.
their life, in their career.
That's true. Even if I think about, I wasn't in YouTube, so like Prem Raj. Okay, so he's really very close to me. So
Hmm.
he told me, please let's do a conversation with Rajni Mam. I was like, oh, I'm not ready for that. I'm not actually. I don't know how to. I know how to speak with the people. I had a lot of conversation with a lot of people, but how I will, make that rapport system, which is called a harmonic conversation with a person very professionally, that was really unknown for me. Still, I have been configuring out, but
Hmm.
hope so. Now I'm in YouTube, on YouTube, so of course I will tackle that problem soon. Okay.
Hmm. Yes.
So the next question I'm gonna ask you, that is, if English had no textbooks,
Hmm.
how would adults realistically learn to speak it?
People don't learn it from textbooks, from for speaking particularly.
Yeah, yeah.
Textbooks are helpful when it comes to learning. Like input you give when you are, exposing yourself to input, like
Textbook
reading.
in the sense of reading, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that is just
Mm,
input you are learning, not output. And you are asking about
mm,
speaking. So speaking comes by speaking
mm.
when you start. That
Speaking,
is the
that's true.
outcome. So I think
Yes,
if not textbook, then a lot of already people are learning without textbook. We don't have to imagine it. Already people are doing it. So I think, as you
Yeah.
yourself don't have the habit of
I'm the
reading,
example.
right? Yeah, so you are the
Yes.
example. Yeah.
Yes, I'm the example of that question. Yes.
Mm.
Okay, but I think rating is really very much important. As I can see, still I have been conferring out some points, but if I already have seen a lot of YouTubers, they're sounding very professional.
Hmm.
So the way they articulate, because articulation, enunciation, and pronunciation is really important for speaking. So as I can
True.
see, the way that you are articulating the sentence structure, that is so professional, it's sounding like so soothing, so amazing,
Hmm.
so easily. Within just a second, a person they can say
Isn't it?
directly, no, no matter. Yeah, of course. If just they are doing an audio call, okay, then don't know about you. Just
Hmm.
they are doing audio call by without knowing you, and within a second they will click you that you are really extraordinary expert in English.
Is it really?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
so
that's true.
much.
That's true. Okay. So the next question that I'm gonna ask you, that is, if you had to teach spoken English without explaining anything, what would you do?
Without explaining anything.
Anything? Yes.
Anything you mean no topic, grammar, nothing?
No. Yeah, nothing.
I don't think so. It's
You can
possibility.
go for some, yeah, you can go for some reality, that is it possible with this. If you feel like that, oh no, it's not possible, you can say that thing also.
Hmm. Without explaining anything. I don't think so. It's possible. In my opinion, I'm not able to imagine that out of the box.
So
So I
is it
think,
possible that,
mhm.
just I'm saying to you, think it in English only, no need to explain anything, just think it, because thinking is just a process. We can also learn English. So
We
for now
can
I'm not
learn,
explaining.
but for
Yeah.
myself, I can do that. Like, but for others, in order
Hmm.
to make them understand, I have to
Understand.
explain.
Oh yeah,
If I am
that's true.
thinking
That's
something,
true.
they would not be able to understand what I'm thinking. So I have to
That's true. That's true.
explain, right?
That's true. Even a single word I have to explain to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you have to think in your mind, so I have to explain that how to think in English, right? There are some processor steps are available.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. If English, it's a weird question, I would say. If English had a smell, would beginners and natives smell different?
No. If there is a smell, then everybody would smell same, I guess.
It's just like not smell, it's just a smell related with English. If English had a smell, so would
Hmm.
beginners and the experts or advanced speakers, they will
Tricky.
smell different?
Maybe the quantity would be different, like mild and extreme.
Yeah.
Somebody would smell very mild, or somebody will extreme. That can be the thing.
Yeah. So now let's talk about a particular thing that I noticed from your side.
Okay.
That is, the question was it's kind of negative, not I would say fully, but it's kind of like a lot of people that I asked already, they click it very negatively.
Okay.
But as I already asked some of questions to you, so what I noticed that you are clicking the question very positively.
Hmm.
You are thinking very logically. So how did you do this?
Uh, I don't know. How do I know this? That's what my mind suggests, and I tell just. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
that kind of brainstorming already I have done a lot. Maybe because
Mhm.
of these self-help books or non-fiction books have trained my
Mhm.
brain in that manner. Maybe that is why.
Okay. So there are a lot of students or learners, they ask me this question that I really want to achieve this one, because when I ask to them some instant topics or kind of rapid fire session, some fictional question or hypothetical questions, they just expose whatever is coming on their minds, but we are not thinking it very logically. But in the beginning, I think this is quite normal. But after some times, we have to think it. We have to be habituated. We have to train to our mind, because
Hmm.
when we practice with different kind of questions, a bunch amount of questions, then I think then our mind automatically will be variated. What should
True.
be the answer I have to demonstrate in front of the public, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question I'm going to ask you, that is, if I dream in English, does that
Mhm.
count as a practice?
Yeah. I have experienced it. and it counts
Oh.
as a practice because every time when I remember vividly that when I used to watch a lot of web series, particularly the Vampire Diaries, the first one I watched. And when it was just first year of learning English, like in 2022, when I started YouTube, learning English and
Mm.
watching web series, I used to watch for 2, 3 hours in a day. Okay.
Oh,
So I
wow.
used to dream in English. And while dreaming, I used to speak in English, like in my mind itself. So I think it was kind of a practice while sleeping. It's just my
Wow.
experience and perception towards it.
I never had that kind of experience in my life that I
Oh.
dreamed something and yeah,
Hmm.
I never dreamed of related with English and all. I don't know, but
I
yeah, in
used to have.
future it might.
Hmm.
Wow. So
Particularly
those
when
who
I
watch.
watch web
Hmm,
series, use movies in English, that time it happens.
hmm.
Not a conversation, not talking to a person. No. Always I am kind of like, I'm not a big fan of fictions when it comes to reading. But in web series, I liked a lot of things, and always my mind is able to create stories while sleeping. So I think that is
Wow.
why I think my mind says to me that one day you will become an author of fiction and non-fiction. I don't even have a clue, but my
Wow.
mind says. I don't know why. How?
That's really amazing. That's really amazing. But one thing, if I have to experience this one, then I have to watch some kind of web series, right? Nowadays, I have been watching some kind of web series on my Apple TV. So hope so that I will see that kind of dream one day. And those who are watching this video, if anybody, you guys have any kind of experience related with that, that you have or had a dream related with English, and that is also count as English. So please share
Hmm.
with us.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question is that if confidence were grammar, would I already be fluent?
Can you repeat it?
If confidence were grammar, would I already be fluent?
Confidence word grammar.
Means, for
No.
example, just like
No, no.
confidence is just alternate with the grammars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Got it, got it. So if you are confident and confidence is grammar, you cannot
Mm,
be fluent. Many people are very good at grammar. So we can count as it like they are confident. It means they know
mm,
grammar. But they
mm,
cannot be fluent until and unless they practice speaking
mhm.
fluently. Fluency comes with
Exactly.
practice, not with confidence or
Practice.
grammar. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The same thing that I experienced in my life too. I totally agree with that, by the way. Okay. So now let's go to the next question, which is if I stop worrying about mistakes, will
Hmm.
English forgive me?
It should forgive you. Because it's not our language, it's not our mother tongue,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
should
that's
be
true.
even grateful that we are learning.
Absolutely.
We are spreading it
Absolutely.
through social media. It should be
Absolutely.
not just forgive, just be grateful. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really good. So, learning as a English grammar, spoken English grammar, or learning as a subject English subject grammar. So, is there any differences? What do you think about it?
Uh, Here I am afraid that I would not be the right person to answer, but because when it comes to spoken English grammar, I didn't learn separately. Academic grammar did learn during school, but when it comes to spoken, I don't know which grammar it is that people teach in spoken English because while teaching, I don't provide grammar lessons at all. And while learning also, I didn't learn anything separately. I just read a lot of books, watched a lot of things, listened to a lot of people, podcasts, and through that I learned. So I don't know the exact difference, but it is different because when it comes to Hindi, I compare this language with Hindi, my mother tongue, not mother tongue, but Hindi as we speak mostly. So when it comes to Hindi, the spoken Hindi and the written Hindi, that academic Hindi has huge difference grammatically. So it has, I think that this way we
Hmm.
can see that okay, there is a difference between the academic grammar and the spoken grammar.
I totally agree with that because I experienced that word. Initially, when I started my spoken English journey,
Hmm.
even I never focused on the grammar side, focused on some structures like related with some common grammars. By the way, we
Hmm.
can learn the grammars from the stories. For example, initially I of course read some stories, some basic stories. So from there I learned about the phrasal verbs, right? And phrasal verb is nothing that a particular your just a main verb will come, and then your preposition or adjective, whatever. So just no need
Hmm.
to experience the definition, because we are not here to do PhD with that phrasal verb or grammars.
Hmm.
At the main intention, we have to speak out, right? Whatever is coming in our mind. So for that, we have to just understand what is phrasal verb and how we can use that.
Hmm.
That is a simple thing. So yeah, there are differences. I also agree with that, because I
And
also learned
various
about.
ways to
Hmm,
learn the grammar. It's not just
absolutely
one like story.
one
From
way. Hmm,
watching, reading, listening, doing anything that suits you, that works better for
yeah,
you, you can go with that. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with that. So recently, I noticed one thing, that is, there is a channel where she uploaded some kind of songs related with grammar. So, what do you think about it? Is it a creative way? Learn some grammars from the songs or musics.
As I said already, that whatever suits, what it's about
Yeah.
what kind of learner you are. Some people learn from visuals a lot. Some people from audio, using their ears they learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some people
Mm-hmm.
using their tongues, reading a lot, and then
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people I know that read in their mind, like they are silent and you're reading. They don't say anything, they don't
Mm-hmm.
make any noise. But I read out loud a lot. But today, the last 2 days, like yesterday, it was entirely I was in my blanket and reading the novel. So I found that I was reading in mind. I didn't read it
Wow.
out loud. I didn't feel to read it out loud. I don't know why. I was enjoying the story and I was like in rush, like keep reading, like kind of thing
Yes.
happened.
You were just
So
like imagining in your mind. You were just like
yeah,
thinking that process, what is going on that story,
yes.
novel.
So when I read slowly, like self-help books and there was non-fiction, I read slowly, I
Mm-hmm.
read out loud. So it depends. First, people have to figure out what kind of learner the person is. Some people love learning in groups. Some people learn
Mm-hmm.
the big fan of one-on-one sessions. So that also
Yes.
matters. Like if you are comfortable in group or not, if you just like learning
Mm-hmm.
one-on-one. So I think that matters. And I know that some people have learned language through songs too.
Mm-hmm.
So that is also a great way. Whatever suits people should follow that.
Yeah, actually, we have to experience, we have to take a experiment by our own. So, what kind of, method is suitable for us? That's true. That's true.
100%. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I'm quite obsessed with the way that you are communicating with a person. Very
Mhm.
calmly, very cool off way. So, what are the secrets that you want to share with the public, that how
Mm.
a person they can also become like you, to sounding very calm, cool, and the harmonic conversation, especially this is so powerful.
I am not able to feel that. Maybe you, as a viewer, you are able to observe that in me. But one thing I have observed and realized in me that earlier I used to speak too fast. Like I had only one pace, that is speaking too fast, tend to make a lot of mistakes. But then gradually, like I got feedback from other people that you should work on your pace. That because in when it comes to becoming a great communicator, it's not always about speaking. Speaking holds only 7%. The 55%
Hmm,
body language, then 38 is tonality.
that's true.
Right. So when it comes to tonality, body language, you have to work on everything. And in
Hmm,
order to become that kind of person, in order to sound better,
hmm.
I have observed many great fast speakers. When I watch them, I am a great listener, I would say. I really am a great listener. So when I watch people, I watch them thoroughly. I observe them. I repeat some videos which are my favorite. And I'm a big fan of how Shushmita Sen speaks and how
Hmm.
Priyanka Chopra speaks. So when I watch
Oh,
them,
I'm just obsessed.
I gain these things from, I think, through observation gradually. Whatever you put, like gain as an input, that is gonna reflect in your personality. That is true, right? So I think that is why. Another is that
Hmm,
I always say people who speak fast, I always tell them that start reading slowly, because if you want to reduce your pace in speaking, first you have to reduce that in reading. So if you're reading fast, that I have observed in my brother too. So while reading, he was reading fast. He was not pronouncing all the words clearly. That I found in his speaking later. And that's where I tell that if you read fast, you don't pronounce words properly, you would do the same while speaking and you do that. So every time when he reads, I correct him that read slowly, speak out loud. While speaking, also, I have to correct him that speak slowly, don't rush. Why do you have to rush? So, when you speak slowly, I think that brings that clarity and tonality. I don't know what it is, but I think through reading slowly and through observing people, becoming attentive listener, I have just gained that.
I really like say that thing that is really it's an ended point. But when we will try to read something, we have to understand the meaning of that word, and accordingly, we have to express our emotions
Hmm.
on that. By the way, otherwise, people, if I talk about mostly in India, I think other countries is also happen, but in India, what I notice that they try to follow the monotonation, which is the same tone,
Okay.
speaking in a same tone. So this is sounding like not that much perfect because,
Hmm.
for example, there are a lot of students or kids sitting in front of me, but
Hmm.
I'm speaking in a monotonation, a story that I'm speaking, some
Hmm.
monotonation. So they will feel bored. They will not able to connect with me. What I wanted to say here. So
Hmm.
for that, I have to follow the intonation. Intonation means different tone accordingly. The meaning of that word, right? So this
Hmm.
is really important. What I notice. Yeah.
True. Some people are too dramatic and are able to draw attention, people's attention easily.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
that much, but I'm trying, and I think a little bit I am able to. I don't know, but
This is
yeah.
totally perfect.
Hmm.
I think I dreamed of that, whatever you have. I don't love
Thank
actually
you.
so much, which is quite over, which is
Hmm.
quite less. I need that a particular one, which is quite in a particular balance. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
So let's go for the next question, which is what is the most misleading sign of fluency?
Speaking fast.
Speaking fast.
I have observed in people like when person is speaking fast, he's fluent. No, it's just a misconception. I feel it's not right.
I think so
When
because
people
if I
speak
talk about,
slow,
hmm,
they speak clear, they become
yeah,
confident, they are able to
yes,
incorporate pauses, right? Pauses at the
hmm,
right moment, and they make less mistakes. So I think that's amazing. I feel that speaking fast is not fluency at all.
that's totally true, and I really much appreciate it to you, ma'am. And it's not that I'm a person I will appreciate to you. You're already very big, is a very popular person. So the thing is that I'm grateful for you because of you providing some kind of videos on YouTube on your channel. So that helps me a lot to focus on that pace and pause because I also have been lacking on that. Sometimes my students, my like when I just like uploaded some videos, I had some
Hmm.
conversations with other YouTubers. So people commenting on my videos, I'm quite very fast. So I have to maintain
Hmm.
that pace and pause. This is really important. For that, I have been doing some
That
breathing
is.
exercises, some
Hmm.
pitch variations. Like it's important, I think, because at the end of the day, understanding is important. As you mentioned, that fluency isn't about that you are saying very fast or you are speaking very fast. It's all about that how you are expressing. Like take a pace and pause. Where is the full stop? Where is the comma? Just take a
Hmm.
pace and pause, and accordingly
Hmm.
express your emotions. Then how you can connect with the person to whom that you are conversing with. That is
Great. I
important.
would say the breathing exercise is amazing thing to do when it comes to, becoming comfortable with pauses. What happens? People are not
Mm,
comfortable with the pauses. When there is, for example, if I take now 3 seconds pause. In
mm,
between, while speaking, if they take 2 to 3 minute pause, they would feel uncomfortable. They are not comfortable
mm.
with that. And that is why they speak fast, but some are
That's
habitual,
true.
like maybe you, as you said that you have this. It is why, because in your mother tongue also you speak fast. So there is not just one
That's
reason,
true.
there are many, but I am sharing that one is that some people come to me and say that in my mother tongue in Hindi also I speak too fast, and people say that they don't understand. So people are not even able to understand in your mother tongue in Hindi, then how do you think that people would be able to understand your English? That is a one reason, because you are habitual. Second is that you are not
Mm.
comfortable with the process. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So, one reality that I just like observed recently, which is related with English,
Hmm.
if it's related with, it's all about instant topic, rapid fire sessions, and suddenly somebody asks you any kind of question or prepare speech, whatever. So, what
Hmm.
do you think about it? That if a person, he or she is already good at their native languages,
Hmm.
but when it comes to English, they automatically will perform very perfectly. So, is it real? that they're good at their native language, it means they can express in English very easily. Instead of those who are not good at their native language, they're not able to express, they have some stammering problem, stuttering problem. It's okay, fine. But I think everybody they have stammering, stuttering problem. It's not that by born they have. I have also, I had also 5% to 6%, but for that nervousness or burnt out, I just faced that problem. But now I just quite overcome. But if I
Hmm.
talk about a person who is already good at their native languages, but also they will perform very perfectly when it comes to a particular stand topic in English. They can express their emotions, their thoughts, their articulations, their content very easily, instead of those who are not good at their native languages. What do you think about it?
Can you simplify the question? I didn't clearly get the
Yeah.
question.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I would love to clarify that question. Actually, the twist is that a person. Okay,
Hmm.
here is a person and here is a person. A person who is really good at their native language. For example, my native language is Bengali. I'm good at that.
Hmm.
So it means I can speak in English very perfectly. Means if anybody asks me any kind of questions, I can format that sentence structures, that content very easily. Or
Mm-hmm.
those who are in that, on the other hand, those who are really not good that much in their native languages.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, if anybody asks them to any kind of questions related with instant topic or whatever the questions, so they will speak out, but they will struggling for that. So what do you think about it? And it's quite
It's
complicated to express. Yeah.
no, no. I got it now. It's
Okay.
pretty obvious. I feel that they are not good or comfortable with speaking, or maybe with strangers, or maybe they are introverts. So it's obvious, because if somebody is introvert and not able to even express
Hmm.
his or her ideas and needs and perception in their own mother tongue or Hindi or any other language, then it's definitely is quite difficult for them to express in English. And similarly, if a person is very good there, I don't feel it's like if a person is very good at their mother tongue or any other language, and when it comes to
Hmm.
English they would be, no, it matters. Like if they are very good at English only, then they would be able to express in the same way. It takes a lot of
Hmm.
time. Like till
Hmm.
today I feel that I lack. There are certain times, there are certain emotions that I'm not able to express with expression. Maybe I would say it as in a monotonous way, and there are certain things that I do very good in my mother tongue, a lot better in my
Wow.
mother tongue, but not
Yeah.
in English. So I think in English, with expression, with the natural
Hmm.
flow, it takes years. I still need to
Absolutely.
give maybe 2 to 3 more years to be
Hmm.
that much. And I feel that now fiction would help me a lot, because in fiction I'm able to imagine things, and I'm able to say, okay, this is how. And I think I'm definitely have taken the right decision to put me into that kind of scenario where I can work on different expressions. Now when you read novel, it becomes, I think, easier. That so far in just 2 days I have observed. I don't know.
Wow, wow. I'm just like really falling in love right now. I'm hooked up. I have to go for that reading or, that fictional
Yeah,
part. I
non-fiction
really
makes
have
you
to try.
serious kind of person. This is I
Yeah.
have just observed in 2 days. Like on 31st in the evening, I read 4 or 5 pages. Tomorrow, yesterday I read it a lot. So I think I have in just 2 days, because I'm a great observer and I feel what I'm going through. I'm really aware my feelings and emotions on, and I felt that non-fiction makes you kind of a motivational, serious
Mm.
kind of person, very objective, very ambitious, very positive. I have already done with it. But now this
Wow.
fictional will make me dramatic, expressive. So that's
That's
why I
true.
liked it. We have only 2 more
Wow.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, we have just 2 more minutes. Just the last question. Just say the reality of that. Okay. So,
Yeah.
what are the manners the Indian people they must have to follow while they're doing conversations?
First and foremost, I recently experienced that people should become great, good listeners, attentive listeners, and incorporate patience when they are talking to people.
Okay. So thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing all the things. It was really a greatest learning session for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I would be grateful for you. And I'm looking forward to more sessions with you in future. Hopefully, I will again connect with you. And thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much for all the time. And this is so how I can express. I don't know. If I look back 3 years ago, I wasn't like this. I will do a conversation with you, but now it's into a reality. So I'm so 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 grateful for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for inviting, and it was really great. I also enjoyed because I was really excited to see how a person can. Because in conversation, the what host is going to bring is
Hmm.
also really
Hmm.
matters.
Hmm.
I have conversations with many people. Some really bring boring questions and monotonous questions, and you brought really amazing. I feel, and I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much, and have a lovely
Yeah.
day ahead and a great year
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah. See you.
Okay,
Bye.
then. Yes. Bye bye.